What's up everybody, we're back with another video, and in today's video I'm gonna go ahead and take you along with my weekly maintenance, so my water changes, my filter cleanouts, all that nonsense. Well, I say nonsense, it's actually the fun stuff. And take a look at how long it takes and just basically what you need to do to maintain this many aquariums. It's not a lot compared to other people on YouTube, but you know, as a normal everyday person who doesn't YouTube for a living, you have to dedicate a decent amount of time. So today is Sunday, it's my weekly water change day anyway, so let's go ahead and get in and basically just take a look at what I do every Sunday. Alright, so it's just gone 11, it's 11:05. Alright, so it's literally just gone 11. We're going to start and see how long it takes us to do all the water changes. We're going to clean out the filters today, and you guys will get a general idea of how long it takes to do all of this. So I'll catch you in a bit. Alright, so this is how much water I'm taking out today. The reason is because it's winter time, so my tap water is very cold. I say tap water, oh, is the lens a bit puckered? The water from my hose is going to be really cold, so I don't want the water to drop too low. I've said this before. So I've only taken out yay amount of water. Like I said, I don't feed so much, and all that garbage that you saw foul up the water for a second was all stuck in that filter, and that's basically what it does. It traps the debris, and usually we have it running through the air bubbles to try and get the debris out and into the outlet over there. So whilst I was draining out this tank, which you saw, I was also draining out my 4-foot and 3-foot aquariums. Yay and yay. This just saves me extra time. There's no point me waiting to drain this entirely and then moving on to 1 and 2, because I've still got to drain this and drain that. So at least these two are drained for now. I need to get into this tank and scrub it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. That tank I don't really have to do much for. So I'm gonna leave it the way it is for now, and then I need to just quickly drain 1 and 2. I'm also gonna be cleaning out the filter pads there. I'm also gonna be cleaning out the filter pads on here. So let's go ahead and drain all these tanks out, and then we can go ahead and get on with that. Okay, so we have dismantled the filter. There is the filter, here is the water that I've taken out of the big tank over there, and I somehow managed to cut my finger on this. So this proves I'm a bit stupid, because I don't know how you're supposed to cut your hand on a filter, but filters are dangerous. Okay, let me set this up. So you can see that the filter pad is quite clean. This is the top filter pad where the water exits out of last. So we're going to go through all of them, and you'll kind of see which ones are the most dirty. This one doesn't really need cleaning, so I'm not going to bother doing that. It's only been 2 weeks since I cleaned them. I usually clean them about once a month. The reason I'm doing this is obviously just because of the video. It's also good to show you that you don't have that much rubbish clogged up in your filters, and that's good because you don't have all that rubbish sitting in your water. So again, we can see it's not terribly dirty, it's just drenched. There is a bit more muck, but not a lot. So after a quick rinse, you can see that the water hasn't gone terribly murky, but there was a bit of crap in there. And finally, this is just the filter full of filter pads. So as you can see, these are significantly more dirty. Use the finger, but again, it doesn't really get past the first two filters. There's just plenty of filters, because obviously you don't want this to go back into your water. last time I used this filter pad. I reuse them, you know, maybe 3 or 4 times before I change them out. So, you know, that's about 3 or 4 months of using one of these, and then it gets rinsed, and I try and wash it thoroughly for a few months and see what happens. If it doesn't clear up, then obviously I have to get rid of it. If I can clear it up, I'll reuse it after a few months. But yeah, let me go ahead and put this back together and clean out the other filters. There is some muck on the bottom which I'm going to wash out, and then I'm not going to throw away this water. This water is really good for plants. I'm going to take it and water my house plants during the summer when all the plants are back and alive. I'll start watering all the plum trees and the apricot trees and cherry trees that we have, because they love this. This is basically fertilizer for them. So, it's now 12:45 and we're pretty much done for the day. I've taken out all the water, I've cleaned all the filters, I've cleaned the filters, I've gone ahead and filled the water back up. I gave some of the tanks a good scrubbing on the tiles and the glass. As well as that, I took a call which lasted about 15 minutes, so we'll say that this actually finished at 12:30. So, you know, you're looking at about an hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to be honest, after I cut my finger, I kind of I cut corners just because I wasn't really too keen on getting my finger in the dirty water and trying to clean out those filter pads. Otherwise, I'd have spent a bit more time cleaning them out. Thankfully, they weren't actually that dirty, but yeah, I didn't do everything. Plus, there's also the turtle tank left to do. I usually do it I'd do it today, essentially. But I got loads of water on my feet. The water was cold. It's cold. My feet are frozen. So I'm going to go for a shower. And I'm going to do that tomorrow now. So that'll probably add in another like 10 to 15 minutes onto it. So it is about an hour and a half to 2 hours. It depends on how much I do. Obviously, during the summertime, it's going to be closer to 2 hours because I do bigger water changes. I'm feeding more. And because obviously the water is warmer, it doesn't take as long to fill back up. And then once a month I will also be doing water changes on the pond, so then that will add in a couple more hours to fill up. But that one, you know, I can do that and go back up to my room. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That's kind of what I do on a weekly basis. So for anybody who wants to own big tanks, multiple tanks, you know, you have to set aside at least 2 hours a week to do your maintenance. I love doing my maintenance. You know, this is the time where you're interacting the most with your fish other than feeding. You know, you're checking on their health, you're making sure that the water's clean, you're making sure that they're getting the best quality of life possible, you're making sure that your tanks are okay, you know, you're not seeing any leaks, making sure that, you know, your filtration's working fine. So this is where you're doing your routine checks, your heaters and everything. And this is like the closest you can get to both your fish and their environment, not just your fish itself. So it is quite a pleasing task to do, I find personally. And I look forward to doing my water changes. What I do is usually I have my audiobook on and I let that run through and I just do it in my own time. Depends, you know, obviously I'm not working. I'm in my third year, so I have my work to do, but obviously I'm not somebody who goes to work. So for me, I don't mind spending this much time doing water changes instead of, you know, relaxing or something. So those are those dynamics. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys are doing well and keeping safe. And as always, peace out.